EA Sports coverage of the National Football League takes us to Southern California as we've got playoff football ahead in the City of Angels. Coming up, we've got an ultra-important divisional round matchup in the NFC, as it'll be the Seattle Seahawks taking on the Los Angeles Rams. The first of 4 berths in the conference championships on the line here as divisional weekend of the NFL is underway. McCole Hardman to return it from his end zone. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. McCole Hardman. It's a foot race. And they are not going to catch him. He's in. Touchdown. The papers this week, it was all talk about how big of a game this was. Of course it is. It's the playoffs. It's the divisional round. But they handle it well. They score early. They really did. Plenty of confidence exuded on that drive. No nerve showing. Terrific way to get things started. They are in control. Now for the extra point, Daniel Carlson. It's up, it's good, and the Rams take a 7-0 lead. So let's try this again. After the kick return TD, here's yet another kickoff. Waddle going to bring this out of the end zone now. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Play action. Now it's Mahomes. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. Oh, the first play of the game going to be intercepted. Picked up by the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. And the Rams are going to get the football here as they force the INT on the game's opening drive. So good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 37. And a pretty good burst there as he'll get this across midfield and down to the 46. Successful start to the drive, 17 yards, and moves the sticks. And when you get into the divisional round of the playoffs, this is where having the ability to run the football is such an advantage. The defenses, they're generally going to be tougher the further you go along. So if you can get something established up front, it's going to give you a great chance to move on. And meanwhile, Allen's throw here taken in as he's able to find Goddard. He's into space past the 25 and down to the 16-yard line. Boy, 30 more yards and another first down. Out of the gun, a give to Pollard. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. That's over 40 yards of movement with those last 2 plays. 2 carries for him now in the opening drive, both for good yardage. And based on film study, they thought that there was a chance to spring him more than once for some pretty good yardage in this game. So 3 plays, already 1st and goal, and they are wasting little time. And they'll turn to the power game to try to get in. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. They'll give it to Chubb. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down. They have 3 tight ends in that formation. That's almost a universal sign that they're planning to run the football. But how about the defense there? They met force with force and caused a stack up behind the line of scrimmage and threw it for a loss. Touchdown, Rams! Nick Chubb from 3 yards out, and the Rams go up by 2 touchdowns.
And that's another route that defenders would vote to take out of the game.
The wheel route?
Oh, without a doubt. You're just trying to move everybody in one direction. And whether it's a running back or another receiver, as they sit down on the sideline, you've got a problem on your hands.
Yeah, well, the defenders hate it there. It happened, and it resulted in a touchdown. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that'll make the score 14-0. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. Waddle will return this from the end zone. And this return will net positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown, so decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words, early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan, or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game?
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
That's some good closing speed there defensively, because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
Mahomes will try again on second down. He'll get this complete to Cooper Kupp. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Throwing now is Mahomes. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Picked off by Micah Hyde.
Well, they're certainly not giving much help to their defense, are they? Because for the second time now, that D has had to run back out on the field early after an interception. And remember, on the last drive, the opposing side took it in for 6 after that interception.
Flushed out right. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. That one a broken play, but it ends up being a good play. The scramble goes for 20. Here's Allen on 1st and 10. Eluding the pressure right. Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Here's Allen. He'll get this to Chubb out of the backfield. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
I know it was a gain, but you have to sense probably a little bit of disappointment there, because when it's out there in open space, I think they expect to get more out of a play, don't you?
Especially when you're getting it to your guy out of the backfield. You're expecting him to be able to create something, be a little more shifty.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Good open field tackling held it to an okay game.
And he will have the 1st down, but he winds up taking a pretty good shot that time. Better than a 30-yard gain as we wind down towards 30 seconds left in the quarter. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. And again, it's Allen. And complete once again to Watson. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. 13 yards as they've got the connection working. His 2nd catch in a row, 1st down. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. On play action, Allen. Escaping the pressure right. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down. They'll run with Chubb. And he gets halfway there from the 4 to the 2 on a gain of 2.
Definitely an important sequence here for this defense. They've had their share of struggles in this first half. They just cannot afford to give up another touchdown here.
Alert, alert, alert.
Chubb again. And he takes it across for a Rams touchdown. Nick Chubb with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Rams continue to show why it pays to play at home in the postseason as they add on to their lead. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And it's now 21-0. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. Waddle going to bring this out of the end zone now. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively. Obviously, 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that color jersey all week? Not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with it. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. They go play action. Now Mahomes. This one complete to Jalen Waddle. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. On play action, it's Mahomes. Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down. So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. They fake the give. Now Mahomes. Short throw caught by Pitts. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. On 3rd down, here's Taylor. And he has the first down yardage before they bring him down right at the 45. They'll send a receiver in motion to the right. Throwing on first down is Mahomes. Got a man complete. It's Taylor. He's got room to roam. And all the way in. Touchdown, Seattle. Jonathan Taylor, 45 yards. And the Seahawks are able to cut into that deficit. Getting your back involved, what's the importance there in the passing game?
Well, oftentimes you can create mismatches because who's going to cover him? And you get him into space, which is where he likes to operate with the ball in his hands. Oftentimes makes people miss, gets that run after the catch, and off he goes.
And into the end zone. The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock. Hardman going to bring it out of the end zone. Oh, a good return up past the 30. And he takes it all the way across the 40 before going out of bounds.
For For a quick second there, I thought we were about to have a repeat performance of a kickoff return for a touchdown. This guy's on fire today.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line.
Well, this offense looks like they have a little extra pep in their step as they take the field here for drive number 3, because remember, Charles, drives 1 and 2 both ended in the end zone.
Yeah, right now they just got to be careful not to lean into overconfidence, because every drive has a life of its own. But I like the way that they've started, the way that they're going about doing things right now. They've got a chance for that 3rd consecutive touchdown, and that would be a crushing blow to the deep.
That's to the sideline, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Denzel Ward. And the Seahawks are going to take over once again at their own 25-yard line.
So really the first speed bump that this offense has encountered. They'd had the rule of the roost here in this first half, but now slowed up just a bit by the interception.
And there's a chance that that's a wake-up call for them, because you don't want to go on autopilot too early. That team on defense is capable of making some plays similar to the one they made right there.
And Mahomes misfires again, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Micah Hyde. And the Rams will have the football as this is taken up past the 30. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. They've had a very solid first half, and as we near the end of that, Chubb fumbled it. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, and that could have been trouble.
All I can say about this play is that someone's living right. I mean, he's trying to gain yardage, trying to get upfield. Ball comes free. What's that panic that we've talked about oftentimes that you feel when you lose the ball?
You can sense it.
Oh, you can sense it, and somehow he got to it and was able to recover for a squad.
And he's going to take this all the way down to the Seahawks' 37-yard line. All told, it's an even 30 and a first down.
Thought they were going to have him down a lot earlier, but he was able to shed that tackle.
Shows the value of the weight room, doesn't it? Shows the value of the attitude when you run the football. Don't go down easily. Break a few tackles, gain some additional yardage.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Allen's throw is complete. He'll get it inside the 20. And he's all the way down to the 13-yard line. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10.
Play action. Now it's Allen. Flush to his right. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their second, as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. Allen now on the sneak. And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. The Rams going to be forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Flag comes in. This might be a free play. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Fred Warner. And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
Now Allen throwing on 2nd down. Oh, Allen cannot get away, and down he goes.
Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
Well, this defensive unit certainly picked a great time to make a stand. Back-to-back sacks, starting with 1st and goal. I have to believe that they'll continue to bring the pressure on 3rd down.
The offense is staying out there. Here we go on 4th and goal from the 1. Running for it. Here's Chubb. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Nick Chubb saving his best for the playoffs with his 3rd touchdown of the game.
And the Rams will extend their lead here just before halftime.
Carlson down to add the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Waddle will return this from the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Micah Hyde. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. Now with 5 seconds left, not really enough time to run another play and then stop it, so on comes the field goal unit. Carlson able to put this one through, and that will extend their lead even further.
So they get the turnover in plus territory. The drive stalls out, but still able to get 3 out of that.
Yeah, we were able to see an offense and a defense kind of mix and match with each other, didn't we? Both of them trying to make sure that they had the upper hand and the advantage. Offense trying to get to the end zone. Defense, of course, trying to hold them to a field goal attempt. And it wasn't a guaranteed lock 3 from where they started. So, the offense has to be happy to come away with those 3 points.
So we've come upon halftime here in this NFC divisional round matchup as we send you cross-country to Orlando.
Both these teams,
Jonathan
no
Coachman
doubt,
is there
making their
and has
final
our EA
adjustments
Sports
as
halftime
we
report.
speak. Which of these 2 teams is going to advance to the NFC title game next Sunday? To find out, let's get you back to Brandon Gott.
Waddle going to bring this out of the end zone now. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway.
And Charles, that had to be an interesting locker room at halftime. This is a team that's had so much success this year. Haven't really had to deal with a lot of adversity at halftime, to be honest. But now here they are with their playoff lives on the line.
And I think when you're alluding to that interesting locker room, you're just wondering how are they handling that bit of adversity that they're seeing right now? Because I think this is a team that has to look to lean on the veterans at this point. We know we're better than this. We've proved it all season. Let them disseminate that confidence through the locker room. But this opening drive, it'll be an important one for them to give them a little jolt of confidence moving forward.
That's caught inside the 20. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Now Mahomes. And that is caught, but the back judge right there to say incomplete.
Sometimes we wonder about play calls, but this one made perfect sense to me. He's got the only touchdown that they've scored in this game. Tried to get it to him again on another deep ball.
Mahomes again here on 2nd and 10.
And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down.
That's a big force incompletion there to bring up 3rd and long. And this defense can still salvage a little momentum by forcing them to kick a field goal. Because just a few plays ago, it looked like they were headed towards the end zone.
Now it's Mahomes again. And oh my goodness, here's a 5th interception.
picked off by Tyson Campbell. And the Rams are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. The Los Angeles offense set to begin their next drive. And they had the big halftime lead. Their defense just helped them out further by forcing the turnovers. Trying to get it to Chase, but it's intercepted. Tariq Woolen picks it. He's on his way.
And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Now the Seahawks will bring the offense back onto the field, and they'll go for 2.
You gotta go, baby.
So after the INT, here's Mahomes. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
I know they didn't tack on the 2 points, but I liked their attempt. After the interception return for a touchdown, I was thinking to myself, forget kicking it, go for 2, and they did.
Well, yeah, and everybody's scrambling. Maybe you catch the defense on their heels. They weren't ready to be out there.
Yeah, it's almost like a sudden change, right? There's a turnover, you take it away, they stuck it in the end zone, keep the momentum going. Give credit to the defensive guys for rallying and stopping that 2-point attempt.
The Los Angeles offense set to begin their next drive.
Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick 6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick 6 and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
And he'll get this one up to about the 39 here.
40 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot. Ball on the 39. Here's a 2nd and 4.
On play action, Allen.
This is caught. It's Christian Watson.
The catch and run pays off to the tune of 35 yards.
Another big play right there, and this is where, as an offense, you can really put the hammer down. You've got a double-digit lead, but those other guys, they've been hanging around. A touchdown here could put this game out of reach, and that's a strong step towards getting it done.
And Allen going to be intercepted for the 3rd time. And the Seahawks will take over here at their own 14-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Through an opening, and there he goes.
He's got a full head of steam on his horse.
And all the way in, touchdown Seattle.
Jonathan Taylor
with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Seahawks get a bit closer. Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And that'll make this now an 11-point deficit. The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock. And they're going to mark that where it went out of bounds, so really good starting field position up past the 40-yard line. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. So they fake the handoff. Now Allen. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Derwin James with a pick.
And the Seahawks are going to get it back here just past the 35. So potential momentum shifter there, working with a 2-score lead, third quarter, but that not the smartest of throws.
I would agree with you on that one because this game is still very much in the balance. It felt pretty one-sided to this point, but now if these guys can turn this turnover into points, things could start getting a little more interesting.
Hey, 15. 43. You got to go right here. You got to play big.
Now with a play clock at 4, we're going to get a timeout called. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter.
A carry by Taylor to start the drive. And space tough to come by there as they would get maybe a yard to the 37.
They'll bring a receiver in motion left. They go play fake. Mahomes. He's going deep for Brown. And got his man complete. Touchdown, Seahawks. Hollywood Marquise Brown, 63 yards.
And the Seahawks are able to cut into this deficit here in the final minute of the third.
Well, they went play action there and set it up nicely for him. I mean, he can flat fly, and they hit him downfield.
And it doesn't take much to create that extra bit of space that a guy of his speed needs. If you go play action, all you want is just a moment where the guy's covering, take their attention somewhere else, and then he's by him. And once he's by him, there's no catching him. As they always like to say, if a receiver's even to a defensive back, that means he's leaving.
Unless that DB is Charles Davis, right?
In that case, he left me a long time ago.
Come on now.
Trust me.
The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock.
Hardman going to bring it out of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
The Los Angeles offense set to begin their next drive.
The last drive for this offense, Charles, you remember it ended in one play, that quick interception, but they do still have the lead as they start this drive here.
And that's something to focus on for them as well, because it's not quite no harm, no foul, but the interception, hey, shake it off, move on. Hasn't cost your team the lead, and now it's time to rebound, and the quarterback and his teammates, they can add to the lead with a good drive here.
Now he steps away. He finds his man complete. It's Jacobs. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. One quarter remains for a trip to the NFC title game. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Chubb on the counter. And he'll get this into enemy territory, but not by much as he's down to the 48. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. Allen off the play fake.
That one caught downfield by Watson.
He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. That one good for 26 and a first down.
But these guys certainly are not hiding what their intention is. They're absolutely showing it. They're definitely not going to sit on this lead here in the fourth quarter.
They'll run here with Raheem Mostert.
And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5.
Andrew Thomas, former first-rounder from Georgia, called for the penalty there. To the air, Allen. Flushed out right. And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it.
Well, here's a classic second guess. I thought he had a better chance of a positive play if he just ran it himself. The coverage downfield was really good. That one falls incomplete.
Throwing on second and long. Allen. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
Seventh play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on third down. To throw, it's Allen. And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line. Multiple defenders there to drop him for a loss of 4.
We've watched this a long time, and I still don't believe we get it. Third and long, why are you calling play action?
Yeah, because they're not going to bite defensively, right?
No, not at all. I did have a coach explain to me years ago that for some teams, that's how they have to deal with pass protection and their line blocking. But to me, it seems silly.
Yeah, well, they're silly, and it leads to a play action sack. From a defensive perspective, though, I think maybe they're saying, hey, we did what we needed to do, kept this a one-score game.
Yeah, without a doubt, because they were able to bleed some time off the clock, right? Put themselves in a good position, but it's not out of reach yet, okay? Being able to hold them to a field goal means that they do have a chance to come back and win this game.
And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And this could be the defining moment of their season, all hyperbole aside. You're trailing here in the fourth quarter, the divisional round. And they need to come up with something as they get this drive started. He sets to fire deep. And this one is incomplete.
Trying to get a big strike right there and hopefully tie this game up in the late going. But the coverage was there, and this winds up incomplete.
From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10. They'll send a receiver in motion left.
Let's go!
Play action. Now it's Mahomes. He's going to try and go deep again. And this is incomplete. Oh, it looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Hopkins, the man in motion left. Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. He's going deep for Brown. And now here is another interception. Picked off by Micah Hyde. And the Rams are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 24-yard line. And give him now 4 interceptions in this game. That's only the 3rd time this has been done since the year 2000.
I think that tells you how much better teams have gotten at throwing the football. Because if you go all the way back to 1960, 12 times before that, there have been guys who've gotten 4 interceptions or more in a game. I mean, most recently, since 2000, Delta O'Neal and D'Angelo Hall.
Eluding the pressure right. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Play action's supposed to be used to slow down pressure, slow down blitzes. In this case, though, if it takes a little too long to develop, you got people right in your face.
And lucky just to get rid of the ball with the arm going forward. Could have been a fumble. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Allen now looks to throw. And that's going to be too high, out of bounds and incomplete.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
The Rams on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Being chased out left. And he's taken down, trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack.
Nolan Smith drops him for a loss of 12, and it also brings up 4th down. Cook now on to punt as he gets this one away. A chance for Waddle on the return.
A 7-yard return following a punt of 45 yards. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
Well, the defense got its job done, forcing the punt. Now the formula pretty simple. They need to find the end zone here. A field goal doesn't help them much. He's going up top for Taylor.
And yes, folks, that is his 5th interception, a new NFL record.
And that's absolutely phenomenal. I just have to flat out applaud him. What a great effort in this game. But let's face it, when you look back at the numbers of guys who had 4 in the past, you'll find the names of some of the greats and some guys who just had a fantastic game.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. And this defense here going to burn their 2nd timeout. But you can also factor in another timeout that they'll get when the clock stops at the 2-minute warning.
2nd down. Here's Mostert again. Across midfield.
And all the way down to the 41-yard line. Now Allen off the bootleg. Connects with Kittle underneath.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
Second down at 7.
So Allen's going to look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. Over the middle, complete. It's Jacobs. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 14. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Allen to throw. Steps away.
Well, no surprise there. He was looking for one of his favorite targets again as soon as he left the pocket. But the coverage was good downfield. They got right to the receiver and helped prevent that completion.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. To throw is Allen. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. This drive, which was going so smoothly, all of a sudden it's a little bit of a roadblock here with 2 straight incompletions.
Yeah, apparently this defense has had enough. Apparently they're saying no more. We're making a stand right here, right now. But it is 3rd and 10. They've got to get after him one more time.
And this is caught. And that could seal it. It's a touchdown. That's why you got your star out there. Throw the ball to him. They did.
That's simply saying we don't care what coverage you put out there. He's so good. We're going there with the football anyway, and there's not a thing you can do about it.
Inside the red zone, they go to him. He gets it done. So Allen breaks the huddle, and his guys will go for 2 here. Allen will try to throw for it. And he's got it. So the 2-point conversion is good, and they add on to their 4th quarter lead. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. It's the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu.
And the Rams will take over here at their own 12-yard line. The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. And this one all over but the shouting, you might say. Now, there's one timeout remaining defensively, but probably no real need to use it here.
Yeah, the only time they would use it, strictly for pride.
And even though he gets out of bounds to stop the clock, it's not going to matter. That first down going to be enough to write a finish to this one.
It hasn't been the cleanest game for him, but there was a sign of improvement as he looks towards the next one. Nice bit of scrambling to move the sticks, and even more importantly, he didn't risk adding another interception to his ledger.
Catch is made by Hardman.
Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their second. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
And Allen is actually going to throw it here. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And this one incomplete. Oh, he couldn't hang on to it in the end zone, and that's one that'll haunt you. And now it brings up third down. Despite the lead here in the fourth, they're still taking shots.
Not content to sit on this lead at all. To me, it raises the question of what's right in this game nowadays. Do you sit on the ball and run it because you have enough of a lead? Or do you try and extend it because you always feel like the other team can come back?
Extend it. Have some fun. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. It's a pickup of 13, and with that 13 yards, this ball game just about over. And again, it's Allen. And the Seahawk defense gets to him, and they bring him down. The Rams going to be forced to use their third and final timeout. It'll be their third and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. Now, following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. He'll let this go for the end zone. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
I know conventional wisdom says, hey, don't get it all back in one play. But sometimes you go ahead and try to. They tried to get it all back on that one. Weren't able to do so.
A long way to go here on 3rd down for the 8th play of the drive. Allen. He's going to launch this deep for Watson. And this will be incomplete. Boy, can you believe this? That one probably should have been picked too. Instead, it's 4th down.
Boy, that ball's just hanging up there waiting to be intercepted. That looked doomed from the start. But they took the deep shot anyway. And fortunately, it winds up incomplete.
A desperation heave for the end zone. And oh my goodness, here's a 5th interception. Picked off by Trayvon Diggs. And